Everyone, Andrew Rogers back with you for this edition of the Western Ontario Super Hockey League podcast, sponsored by VMF Sportswear and Apparel. I'm Andrew Rogers, your host. It's great to be back with you guys once again. This is episode number 8, and it's an absolute pleasure to bring these episodes to you. I want to thank you for watching. Honestly, it's great that you guys follow along. We've been getting lots of support and followers on the WOSHL podcast Facebook page, and I try and put some good stuff there. I'm just glad to see you guys coming out and sharing and liking and all that sort of stuff. It's just it really warms my heart that you guys appreciate what I'm doing, and well, it really fuels me to keep doing what I've been doing. So thank you very much for that. I also want to give a shout out to a couple different things. The attendance, man, some of the games that I've been to so far this year have been absolutely outstanding. The crowds have been wild. They've been lively, they've been into it, they've been full, and it's been great to see. And the response has just been outstanding. I know that the teams are probably under wraps about what they've done in terms of numbers, but I'd imagine that the success so far this season has been pretty good. Just by the tell of what you could see. The streams are great when you get a chance to watch them. It really gives us a leg up on the senior hockey circuit that we're able to stream games, and we couldn't be more happy to have Sportfy on tap with us that are able to stream our games. And you know what, to all the tireless voters in terms of volunteers, people put it all together, people who put it up and get it going, and people who run social medias for the different teams, they're doing a great job. So keep up the good work there. Keep the streams coming. And I definitely appreciate them, because then I can put a highlight pack together, and that's the ones you see on the WOSHL podcast. So I really hope you guys appreciate those, because they are a lot of work. No, I'm just joking. But honestly, no, I put a lot of effort into doing them, and I hope that you guys really do appreciate them. And again, at the end of the day, I just think it's so cool that we're able to highlight and showcase all the great talent that is the WOSHL hockey. For example, Ryan Polidori, save of the year, I think so. You know what? It'll be awfully tough to beat that, and we have video evidence, as you'll see in the Tilbury Bluebirds, Alvinson Killer Bees first game of the WOSHL weekend this past weekend. Unbelievable! This guy is great. And then we also had an unbelievable performance, one that we haven't seen in WOSHL yet to this point. But Kevin Hugh of the Woodstock Lakers put up 9 points in a game this past weekend. It was like, that's unreal to say out loud. Okay. Kudos to him. He was absolutely unreal, and a big W for the Woodstock Lakers over Dunville. We'll have those highlights in a minute. Some headlines to go around the WOSHL. I'll read some of these off for you off the WOSHL Hockey Facebook page. Allura Rocks, they've put out a thing here where they're looking for casual help, as they call it. They're looking for a booster, 18 plus there, timekeepers, streamers, door attendants, and someone to run the music. It says here some positions are paid, others take home tips. And if you're interested in helping out, feel free to DM the Allura Rocks. So check their social medias out if you're interested in doing that. I'm sure they would really appreciate your help. They play all their games at the CW Sportsplex in Fergus. The next thing is the Stratford Fighting Irish. Now, this one here is really cool. Baby Bo benefit. They're the Stratford Fighting Irish advertising their game on the 25th against the Petrolia Squires. They're having a Baby Bo benefit autographed game worn jersey auction, with all the proceeds going to the family. Again, this is outstanding from the Irish. Please make sure to check them out, and please make sure to donate if you can, and come out and support the Irish in their home game on the 25th against Petrolia. It should be an unbelievable game, and it will be for a great cause. So 2 birds. You know what? It'll just be phenomenal hockey. So come on out, support that. Check out their social media for more information. The Orangeville Blitz this weekend, they host the Woodstock Lakers. And they also will be hosting the U15A Orangeville Flyers in an intermission shootout, along with the usual 50-50, Chuck-a-Puck, Frostbite, and Tap House Goal Line Club. So Orangeville Blitz, big home game for them after winning their last home game, a matchup with the Stratford Fighting Irish, to get their first win. Let's see what else. Delhi Flames this upcoming Saturday. They will hit the ice for their annual Hockey Fights Cancer game. So they'll have their Hockey Fights Cancer jerseys, and they'll be up for auction. So make sure to get in on a piece of that as well. Of note, Tillsonburg Thunder. They have lots of stuff underway for their Hockey Fights Cancer, which is this Saturday against Stratford Fighting Irish. Make sure to check out their socials as well. We also want to highlight the Allure Rocks one last time here. The message that we have for them is hats off to team president Rich Wigmore and player Spencer McCormick for securing a historic silver medal, the first in Team Great Britain ball hockey men's history at the WBDHF 4-on-4 World Championships in Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. So absolutely outstanding. Congratulations to you two. As well, we had a monumental achievement for game day operator, social media manager Cassie Silverthorne, who brought home a gold medal from the same tournament, marking the program's inaugural gold triumph. So congratulations to all involved. Unbelievable from the Allure Rocks. These are great people, and it's great to see them succeed in that respective way. It's just unreal, and congratulations once again to them. And let me see. The 519 Sports Online game of the week this past week was Stratford versus Strathroy at the William Allman. For the highlight packs of the games, which we will be showing you shortly here, I did use Sportfee's feed, our feed, the one that with me and Brian Hawley calling the action. No disrespect to 519, but it's important to highlight the people within the organization, which I believe is myself and Brian Hawley in this case. So we did a wonderful job. Brian's an unbelievable guy, and it's great to see him being healthy after his medical scare last week. So I think that was it in terms of the stuff from WOSHL hockey. So yeah, we had an unbelievable weekend of hockey games, and we want to get to those highlights because they are full. Okay. One thing of note, just if you do want to, speed ahead in this WOSHL podcast, I did provide the full overtime period of the Allure Rocks Dunville Arrows from this past Friday. Full overtime, the reason being, first they went 1-on-1, or sorry, 3-on-3, then they went 2-on-2, and then they went 1-on-1. This game had a crazy ending that you cannot miss. It's absolutely unreal. So I provided the full overtime. You can skip ahead, like I say, if you want. But we'll be back in a few minutes with your update where we stand in WOSHL hockey, and we'll get you all set up for our interview with this week's guest on the podcast, Ryan Mantle, goaltender of the Orangeville Blitz.
number 37, Mitchell King 2 minutes for interference. Final penalty 19-57. That's the Hewlett from Bowers by Wall and 56. Assist on the roll of number 89, Grego Cordero.
seemingly every time they play this team.
Should be a dandy here in Stratford. We are underway. Home Stratford in the, golden jerseys, it looks like. I think that's fair to say. And the Strathroy Jets in the visiting All Blacks with the orange trim. Nice look for the Jets. But yes, a new look. Here's O'Bonnezween at the line. Shoots! Scores! Yeah! Number 12, Ryan O'Bonnezween on the power play. Makes it 1-0 Stratford.
And good for him. I believe that's his first goal as a member of the Irish. And a really good play. One that you would not see as the initial playmaker, Riley Coombe, who is primarily on the Stratford power play to get to the front of the net and create a screen, actually did really well there to possess the puck, find an open point man, and O'Bonnezween did exactly what a point man should do and get his point shot on net.
At least he was thinking about it. This one's to Monroe. Off the boards. This one's tipped in, and Carl Stapleton will get there first. For the Jets, across! Almost banged home, but good defensive play. Ferreira was right there. He's got the puck again in the middle. Okay, and now we got some, Carl Stapleton was looking for a loose puck late, and we're going to get a penalty here, I believe. The third period, and that's going to do it. Period 1 comes to a close with the Stratford Fighting Irish leading by a 1-0 score. Brian, thoughts on first? The third period, and that's going to do it. Period 1 comes to a close with the Stratford Fighting Irish leading by a 1-0 score. Brian, thoughts on first? Jets will play to the line and out. That was past Spezial, and it's in on Weir, no icing. Irish will play it out. Buckholz ahead to Leach. Leach throws it into the corner. Back behind the net, Brody Smith. He couldn't get a stick on it as he took a spill. Leach in there, give to Buckholz. Back to Leach. Leach into the middle. He's got Coombe. Scores! Number 55, Riley Coombe makes it 2-0 Stratford here at the Almond. Henderson shoots through traffic. Good save by Galbraith. This one's going to be cleared. Look out! Colby Ferreira with the breakaway scores! Short-handed Jets score. It's 2-1. Wow!
And you could see that coming a mile away. Well, apparently everybody not on the ice could see that coming a mile away, where the Strathroy forward released with Strathroy getting the puck back. One defenseman pinched and the other one was still standing on the blue line.
Riley Coombe in the box. Jets will try and get one, but this one's cleared out. So, yep.
But the Stratford penalty kill has been absolutely sparkling thus far tonight. Hopefully they can keep that up for one more.
Irish have control of the puck in the corners. They look to kill the rest of this period. Good job by Colin Martin in the corner to do just that. Here come the Jets up the ice. Do they have time? Off of Granger, so no. And that will do it. Buzzer sounds. And period 2 comes to a close. As Jets will try and set up. Here's a chance! Good glove save, Zach Weir. Boy, that's his best save of the hockey game.
Yeah, maybe you might be right there. Certainly just a little one-handed effort from Noguera there. Otherwise, Stratford had an opportunity to get the puck out. Strathroy finally gets a scoring chance, and Zach Weir's up to the task in the third period.
So Matt Henderson, the latest goal scorer, after a Irish penalty kill that they killed beautifully, and the Irish have a 2-goal lead, and it's restored here in the third with time ticking down. His third of the season. Oh, he scored again! Shot from the line from Matt Granger. That gets through this time, and it's a goal for the Irish. Wow, 2 in a close proximity, and it's 4-1 just like that.
This isn't an 8-1 lead. It's a 3-goal lead, and still 9 minutes to go. And if they score one soon, it's going to make those last 8 minutes seem really long.
This puck is dumped out, and it's all the way back into the Jet zone. Here's Thomas Monroe with it. Whoa. Yep. There we go. Oh, look out! Scores! Thomas Monroe, number 20, right on cue, Brian. Nice, nicely said there. I don't know if you jinxed that or not.
I prefer foreshadowing as a term, I think.
Yeah,
but I mean, you could just see it for the last 30, 45 seconds. Stratford falling asleep.
On Arvi will backhand it back into the Irish zone. Coombe across to Henderson. Henderson just going to take his time in his own end over to Coombe. Coombe in the middle to Brulot off his skate to Stokes. Stokes in across the line. Stokes will shoot. Good save by Galbraith. And the Jets will play it ahead. Good check on the boards by Stokes there. They're in across the line. No offside. They play on. That was about off. That looked like it was offside by a mile, at least according to the Irish, who stopped playing. And Coombe is upset, but here comes Brulot. He's got a man. Stokes. Toe drag. Good save. Galbraith. That's his best save of the hockey game. Coombe shoots. Save, rebound, scored! Brulot! Wow. What are you supposed to do if you're Brant Galbraith at that point?
Put up a white flag because that turned into the Graham Brulot show. He was everywhere on that shift. It is a hot, hot event.
So that's just it, right? So the backstory there is the Irish swept Elora in the playoffs last year. 4-0. The year before that, Elora swept Stratford 4-0. So,
and in between those two series were a handful of very heated hockey games between those two teams in the regular season. They've had a couple of fights here, and then there was a lot of extracurricular action going on up in Elora the following Friday because they played twice in a week. And so this is a big, big, big weekend for the Stratford Fighting Irish because those are two of what you would call their traditional rivalries. And boy, howdy, that's going to be one heck of a hockey weekend for the Western Ontario Super Hockey League.
Van Boekel, we're really excited to see him. And we are ready for hockey here in Tillsonburg. Puck drop. Here we go. Across the Tillsonburg line. And there's going to be a big collision in the middle. Big hit there by Fitzmaurice. Thunder have numbers. Here comes Knotts. Spins it for Geldart. Geldart waits in front. Shot, score! There we go, baby. Austin Forsyth on a beautiful play, broken up there in their own end. Fitzmaurice laid the hit. Thunder came across the line, and Forsyth was wide open in front. Beautiful play from Geldart and Forsyth. Thunder lead 1-0 here at 17:25 to go in the first. Abraham, and here comes Kudo. Brandon Kudo, hoping to spring Rebry. It goes off his skates, and the Blitz will reset in their own end. Take it away, Rebry in front. Kudo shot, scores! Brandon Kudo and Mike Rebry capitalize on the turnover. 14:51 here in the first period, and it's already 2-0 Thunder. Folks, I have a feeling we're going to get some free pizza tonight. Orangeville's no slouch. They just beat the defending league champion Stratford Fighting Irish last week. But the Thunder are hungry, and they're coming out early. Here comes Rowe looking to respond. Rowe takes a shot off the blocker of Sagrot into the corner. Bouncing puck. Roberts chips it, hoping for Kudo. Kudo has it go off his skates, and McDonald in the middle will play it in on Sagrot. Sagrot has trouble with it, and the Blitz are going to get a goal. That's Sagrot, a misplay on the puck. And the Blitz capitalized right away. That looked like 16 Nathan Rowe on that goal, and if you're Matt Sagrot, you got to remember, if you're a goaltender, your job is to tend the goal. Forsyth gets rubbed out, big hit that time. And they respond. Looked like the Blitz backup goaltender was grabbing the stick, but all is well that ends well, I guess. It was Forsyth who was along the bench. The Blitz backup goaltender, as I said, grabbing his stick. Not a nice play there. Oh, and Fitzmaurice lays a huge hit. Blitz score! McDonald, the Thunder got in their own heads there. Playing sloppy, and it got a little chippy, and bang, bang, the Orangeville Blitz tied the game at 2. Just a veteran move trying to get an advantage. 6 seconds to go in the period. Geldart level on the draw. Forsland controls off the face-off, and that will tick down the first period of action here in Tillsonburg. Score after 1, Thunder 2, Blitz 2. Shots on goal, 23 for the Thunder, 7 for the Blitz. Great period from the goaltender Luchko. Now it's along the wall. Chidwick fights with Knotts. Down low, Baker. Baker spins. McQueen tips towards the net, but just wide. Van Boekel jumps in. Van Boekel. McQueen. In front, Knotts. Shots, goal! Chris Knotts! First of the season. Thunder regain the lead. 3-2 on a beautiful play set up by Jamie McQueen. Thunder back in front at the 12:01 mark here in the second period. Across the Thunder line. Knocked off the puck by Chris Knotts. Knotts head up, finds McGuffin. McGuffin has a jump over his stick, but he's still on it. Nice move there, McGuffin towards the net. Cross Baker, scores! Kyle Baker, welcome to the show. His first WOSHL goal. Thunder lead 4-2. A beautiful play from Chris McGuffin. And bang bang, Thunder score twice in a minute to regain the 2-goal lead. Tips it nicely there to Geldart, hoping for Forsyth. Forsyth on it, but Taylor takes it away. Justin Abraham at the point. In the middle, Fitzmaurice, shot, score! Mitch Fitzmaurice! Thunder lead 5-2. You know what that means? It's a Domino's 5 for 5 here in Tillsonburg. Free pizza on the house tonight. Thank you, Mitch Fitzmaurice. Chips it in, goes after it. The big man, he's rumbling. Gets in there, lays the hit. Christo emerges with the puck. Christo spins away, plays it to the middle, nobody home. Here come the Blitz. Across central ice, Taylor gets in, knocked over there nicely by Van Boekel, but it's played in the middle and Chidwick just couldn't finish it. Here come the Thunder. Cross neutral ice, slot, on the wing Kudo. Kudo for Christo. Christo shoots, save, in! It snuck through the goaltender, Curtis Christo. His first of the year. Thunder lead 6-2. The Thunder end up getting it out. Here's Roberts trying to get on a man, but it's just out of his reach, and Slot will spin back in his own end. Slot and Volpe have a few words, and here come the Blitz. It's Stoneham, the captain. Low shot just wide of Sagrot. Back to the point, Siddle. Siddle behind the cage, looking for Volpe in front. Volpe has it, shot, score! Volpe answers back for the Blitz, and they cut the lead in half. It's 6-3 here in Tillsonburg with 2:31 to go in the second period. It's been an uncharacteristic couple of games for Matt Sagrot since he got that new equipment in the second period. Abraham has trouble with it. He's getting pressured here by Volpe. Abraham still has it, big body, shields off the check. Justin Abraham, 9 seconds to go. Abraham has it poked off his stick, and it's set down the ice there by Furchat, and that should take care of the second period. After 2 periods of play here in Tillsonburg, Thunder 6, Blitz 3. Shots on goal for the Thunder, 36 for the Blitz, 15. Rebery looks in the middle, Van Boekel makes a move. Roberts has it, shoots, score! Braden Roberts buries it. Thunder leads 7-3. Nice play from Rebery and Van Boekel. And Braden Roberts, the beneficiary of that nice setup. 11:28 to go here in the third. 7-3 the score for Tillsonburg. Spot him. Love to see the smiles. Everybody's on their feet here in Tillsonburg as we hit 4:56 to go. We're inside 5 minutes. McQueen on the draw, wins it. Chips it toward the net. Baker on the rebound, just wide. McQueen in a battle with it in the middle. McGuffin, good hard shot, but it was stopped. Rebound, Baker, Knotts, McQueen, score! Jamie McQueen pops the bottle again, and he gives the salute that time. He's giving the crowd some smiles. We love it. After being robbed twice in this game already by Luchko. Jumped up on that play. He wanted a goal, but it was just off his stick. Here come the Blitz. Chidwick working on Forsland. Chidwick around Forsland. Quick shot, Sagrot, and it's in. Tricky little shot by Chidwick. and it went over the shoulder of Sagrot, who went RVH, and Chidwick had a little bit of space to pick that one, and he picked it. So Thunder 9, Blitz 4. Once again, your Thunder improved to 6-1 on the season. The Blitz fall to 1-8.
Yeah, guys. So first of all, what we want to do is take a look out of the highlight pack at our WOSHL standings. And well, we have a new number one now, and it's well, actually, it's a three-way tie for first between the Tillsonburg Thunder, the Petrolia Squires, and the Strathroy Jets. However, as you can see by the games played, Petrolia has played 8, Strathroy 11, Tillsonburg only 7. So naturally, by points percentage, you have Tillsonburg in first, Petrolia follows, and Strathroy in third. The Elora Rocks are 5-2. They've won 4 in a row. They are 2 points back of the herd up top. Tilbury Bluebirds, a big victory for them over Alvinston, 4-2 is their record. The Alvinston Killer Bees in 6th. They fall to 4-3 after the loss to Tilbury. You have the Delhi Flames and the Stratford Fighting Irish both at 3-3, trying to get their footing. Big victories for both teams. Delhi's back on the ice twice this weekend, and then you have Stratford on the ice twice this weekend. The Woodstock Lakers, man, 2 in a row. They look outstanding. Kevin Hughes finally hitting his stride, and that's going to help them climb through the ranks here. They are 2-5. Like I say, 2 in a row they've won, and they got some momentum here, and they'll be playing a big game against the Orangeville Blitz. We'll talk about that in a minute. Dunville Arrows continue to slide. They are 1-5-2. They've lost their last 7. Or winless in 7, I should say. They have the 2 overtime losses there, but they are now they have now been leapfrogged by the Woodstock Lakers. So Dunville down to 10, and then you have the Orangeville Blitz at 1-8. They are in 11th. So again, Orangeville after a big win against the defending champs, they take on the Tillsonburg Thunder and unfortunately get knocked back into reality, if you will. But a tough loss for them, and we'll see if they can't rebound this upcoming weekend. We go from there to our league leaders in points, and well, wouldn't you know it, we have a new number one there as well, as Kevin Hughes' 9-point effort vaults him into a tie for first with Ryan Trache, who's essentially led the points lead throughout the course of the season to this point. So Kevin Hughes with 9 and 7 leads the league in goals and tied now for points with 16. Ryan Trache right there, 7 and 9, 16. Brandon Biggers, 3 goals, 12 assists. For Petrolia, he is tied for the league lead in assists with 12, along with teammate Ryan Frazier. We have Dylan Denemy with 14, Jamie McQueen 14, Christopher Martin at Delhi with 14, Sammy Banga at Tilbury 13, Jesse Chidwick, Kobe Ferreira, Ryan Frazier all with 13, and then you have a plethora of others that are in double digits as well. It's actually been quite outstanding here, folks, because there are a lot of scoring in double figures in the WOSHL League, and it's great to see all around. It's really been quite impressive. From there, we actually added a new graphic up here for you, and that is our league leaders on defense from the overall to just defensemen, and to highlight the guys on the back end that are the last line except for the goalie. You have Ryan Frazier leading the defensive in scoring with 13. Chris Knotts of the Tillsonburg Thunder, after a big weekend for him, he has 10. Austin Jennings at Tilbury with 9. The one who doesn't seem to want to slow down, Jeff White of Elora, he has 8. He is tied with Thomas Moxley with 8. Spencer McCormick with 7. Steve Farlow with 7. Bailey Freifogel of Alvinston with 6. And there's a plethora of others, including Josh LaBelle of Delhi, Christian Lloyd of Delhi, Matlock Bobechko of Orangeville, Matt LeBerge of Strathroy, Justin Abraham of Tillsonburg, and Mitch Randall of the Woodstock Lakers. Our next graphic we have is our goalie stats. And of course, well, we can't start with the goalies instead if we don't mention Ryan Polidori, who's this guy is absolutely outstanding. You guys saw the save. I mean, is that not unbelievable or what? Polidori 4-0 through 4 starts. He's only allowed 13 in 240 minutes played. He's been absolutely outstanding for the Bluebirds. He has won every game he started, and the 2 games that he didn't start, they lost. So that would read into that what you will. Matt Sagroff 4-1, Evan DeBrouwer 4-2, along with Brandon Campbell and Colin Dunn. From there to Andre Wad, Nolan DeConing, Sean Parker, Darren Smith, Cody Ovishar, and now Ben Edwards of the Woodstock Lakers, all with 2 wins apiece there. Ben Edwards, what can you say? He's appeared in all 7 of the Woodstock Lakers games, and he has played in 400 minutes played, tops in the WOSHL League for goaltenders. He has been terrific, to say the least.
From there, guys, we go to our 3 stars from last week. And, well, I want to apologize on behalf of Hunter Dubecki, who had a goal and 5 assists, 6 points, something that doesn't happen very often in the WOSHL, but unfortunately, he was omitted from the 3 stars, and do apologies to Hunter. However, Kevin Hugh, the runaway number 1 star of the week, when you have a 9-point game, it's unanimous at that point. Damian Karingi, 2 goals, 2 assists, was picked as number 2. And then you had Chris Knotts, a goal and 3 assists on the back end for Tillsonburg in their victory against Orangeville. Next, we go from there to the power rankings this past week of week 7. You have the Tillsonburg Thunder up top at 1, Petrolia at 2. You have the Elora Rocks at 3, Tilbury at 4, Alvinston at 5, Strathroy Jets at 6, 7 is Delhi, 8 Stratford. Woodstock jumps from 10 to 9, and you have Dunnville at 10 and Orangeville at 11. Again, these power rankings, guys, are open to suggestion, if you will. If anything, they are meant to be a conversation starter. And I think that it definitely solves that and makes that happen. So again, you guys are going to have different power rankings than we will, but those are the ones, like I say, that WOSHL chooses. And again, your debate is welcome. From there, guys, like I say, we want to take a look at our weekend preview here. And, we start off on Friday, November the 17th. This weekend is going to be wonderful for the WOSHL hockey, as there is a number of 10-bell matchups. We start things off at 7 o'clock Friday night in Tillsonburg, Delhi Flames are the visitor at the Tillsonburg Thunder. Like I say, 7 o'clock puck drop there. Stratford Fighting Irish and the Elora Rocks. Well, no strangers to each other here. 8:30 is the start time at the CW Sportsplex in Fergus. This should be a phenomenal game. The last game of the day is, another absolute money game all around. I mean, you got the Tilbury Bluebirds, who finished tops in the WOSHL standings last year, and they are 4-2, and you have the Petrolia Squires at 6-2. These teams are heavyweights, and this is going to be a heavyweight showdown, no question about it. That goes at 8:30 at the Greenwood Rec Center. The weekend wraps with Saturday action, 3 more games on the 18th. You have the Stratford Fighting Irish and the Tillsonburg Thunder, a rematch of last year's WOSHL Super League Cup. That one goes at 7:30. From there, you have a couple of 8 o'clock games. We get started in Delhi. It's the Dunnville Arrows and the Delhi Flames. Dunnville needing a win. They haven't won in 7. And then you have the Delhi Flames, who are playing a hell of a lot better than they did last year, and they are 3-3. That record may change after their Friday game against Tillsonburg. Your last game of the week is the Woodstock Lakers and the Orangeville Blitz. Woodstock winning 2 in a row, riding high. Orangeville, after winning their first game of the season, they dropped their next one, and they need to string together some wins if they need to get back in the race. And again, the other thing here is that the Woodstock Lakers and the Aaron Blitz had I should say this is a battle of the former teams here, because you had the Plattsville Lakers and the Aaron Blitz. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not really the same matchup. I mean, you have a lot of Plattsville Lakers still there in Woodstock. However, you have none of the Aaron Blitz in Orangeville. So this will be like a brand new game, but historically, Kevin Hugh of the Woodstock Lakers has torched the Blitz organization. He torched Aaron Blitz last year, and we'll see if it's much more of the same for Kevin Hugh, the league's leading scorer. Like I say, 8 o'clock at the Alder Arena for that one. All right, back here. It should be a great weekend of hockey, and we're definitely looking forward to all of the action. We have a great interview on this week's edition of the WOSHL podcast. We're going to go to that now, of my conversation with Ryan Mantle of the Orangeville Blitz. All right, folks, we're here in conversation, WOSHL Hockey Podcast, episode number 8, and very pleased at this time to be joined by, friend of the show, let's call him that, good buddy of mine. I've known this guy for what seems like a long time now, but it's great to see him in WOSHL Hockey, and it's great to be talking with him on this podcast. Ryan Mantle, goaltender of the Orangeville Blitz. Ryan, great to have you on here, pal.
Man, thanks for having me, dude. It's an honor.
Hey, man, the honor's all mine. Trust me. Believe me, you're so humble, and I definitely appreciate that about you. So if you could, for us, I don't know if you can sum it up, I guess, Orangeville Blitz 1-8, not ideal, but what's your assessment at this point of the season? for in your opinion? What are you thinking?
Honestly, like we're coming along, right? We're a new team, new environment. Everyone's kind of getting along. We got rid of some pieces. We've added some new pieces. We've had some injuries, right? Like it's bounce after bounce. And honestly, like a lot of the guys are working hard. We're showing up to practice. We're going through everything I think we need to. So I'm thinking and hoping at least the second half of the year is going to look a lot different. It's going to be a lot better. The pieces are slowly coming together, and yeah, outside of that, like they treat us great. Not much more I can say. I'm just hoping for a better half of the season, to be honest. A lot of new guys coming together and hoping we can turn it around.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's about as good of an answer as you can get to kind of a complicated question, if you will. Take us to what led to you coming into the Orangeville Blitz organization. I mean, you spent a lot of years with the Shelburne Muskies, and again, you don't have to get into much detail how that unfolded because we're not really want to talk about that, but just how it came about that you would join the Blitz, and kind of how it's been for you in that transition to this new league.
Yeah, well, coming into it, I kind of had a good idea that the Muskies were going to fold, right?
Okay.
Talking to old players and stuff like that, they weren't coming back. And so I was looking for a different team. I didn't quite know where to go. But being an Orangeville grown boy, as soon as the Orangeville Blitz came to town, is almost a no-brainer for me. Family's close. A lot of my clients, people I work with are close, are able to come out to the games, come out and support. So I came out to the tryouts, my first few tryouts, they wanted to sign me, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And I haven't looked back. And it's kind of nice being in Shelburne. I was second string goalie. I got a little bit of playing time. I was able to jump in for the playoffs and play them at the end there. But coming into Orangeville and becoming the starting goalie, it's been a nice transition. It's been a lot of fun to play. I love being on the ice, love competing, and yeah, it's been a great fit for me so far. It's been a lot of fun.
Good, man. Glad to hear that. Always nice to hear that it's a smooth transition, if you will. I'm not sure if you can necessarily answer this or not, but what would you say is the comparison? Is there a big difference between what as AA hockey when you were with Shelburne to what you're dealing with now in WOSHL? Like, what is the difference, if any? Like, is it speed? Is it skill? Like, what would you say?
Honestly, I'm probably going to say chemistry between the teams, right? Like in the AA, like those guys have been playing together for a long time. They played at really high levels of hockey, right? You have a lot of guys coming in, and they know where each other are. They move the puck really well, right? Yeah. Coming into this league, you got the same thing, but I think you kind of said it there with the speed of, that pass coming across. Like half the guys in the AA don't even have to look. They know where the guys are.
Right.
Idea here, right? But this league, it's still quick. It's still good. There's a good comparison. There's not a whole lot of difference, right? You can just tell that some of the other teams in the AA have been established for 10, 20 years.
Right. And you have a former teammate also in Blake Lovell who's on the Blitz with you. What is your relationship like with Blake? And I guess how cool is it being a teammate of his once again?
Oh man, he's an awesome dude. Awesome guy, very humble guy. Loves coming to the rink, loves showing up, and honestly, I love having him around. It's a lot nicer to be able to transition to a new team when you have an old teammate or people that joining the team, right? I believe he's enjoying it too, right? He's been doing pretty well. He's got a few goals, and he's on our top line. So, making that transition with a teammate made it a heck of a lot easier. And it's really nice having him around.
Good to hear that. And like you said, you spoke about the top line. They've been outstanding. Jesse Chidwick, for example, has been unbelievable. He's in the top 10 in scoring. As a goaltender, you get a front row view of watching some of this talent out there on the ice. What can you say about Chidwick's game that impresses you the most?
Honestly, just his hockey sense, right? Kind of knowing where to be, knowing where to go, and then as soon as he gets to that net, if he sees that opening, he's hitting it. Right? He's got a heck of a shot, and he knows where he wants to put it. Right? He takes one look at the goalie, like he trains kids, he trains kids every day on the ice. He does all that too, so he knows what to look for, and like he's got a really smooth shot and a heavy shot and he's really good at putting it where he wants to put it.
Right on. And I like his game a lot. I think he's quite good. I've watched him a couple times and just, doing a couple highlight packs and stuff. Like he's everywhere. And, he's had some big games. And, again, no bigger game for you guys as an Orangeville Blitz organization when you get the first W of the season not this past week, but the week before against the defending champ Stratford Fighting Irish. And of course, you were in the net for that absolutely outstanding game by yourself on an individual note, I must say. But again, a whole team effort there, including a couple of hat tricks by two different guys, which was absolutely outstanding there. Take me through that feeling of getting, like, is it just overjoyed exuberation? What is it?
Oh yeah, like all of the above, man. Like we've been working hard. We've been going for a while, and there's been a couple games where we've gotten blown out, but a couple games where the bounces are there. Right? We break down once or twice, and it's in the back of our net, and now the game's kind of running away from us. So being able to put a full game together and finally getting that win it was unbelievable. It felt great, especially in front of the home crowd too. We had a few teams coming out, a lot of kids in the fans. They were loud, they were great, right? We could hear them the whole time, and it was electric. It was awesome just to finally get that first win after all the hard work we've been putting in.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and definitely huge, and obviously, to get that first W is huge. What would you like? How much familiarity did you have to this league before joining it? Like, were you up to speed as to what you were coming into at all?
No, I honestly had no clue. I had no idea, right? I just like when I first heard about this league, it was because Tilsonburg and Elora left the AA league.
Right.
Right. So then they came here, and that's honestly all I really heard about it. Like playing with Muskies, I didn't think I'd be coming to this league.
Right.
Right. Like to be honest with you, I didn't know Orangeville was going to get a team. I thought I was going to be a Muskie for the rest of my hockey career.
Right.
To be honest with you, right? So I had no idea what I was getting into, what I was coming into at all. No.
Fair enough. And when you did come onto the scene and through the first however many games that you participated in, have you noticed any familiarity? Like, is there guys in this league that you know from past hockey experience?
No.
Fair.
No,
Fair
nothing.
enough.
I mean, other than Elora, like there's a couple guys on Elora that I recognize.
Right.
And I've seen them play. Obviously, we've played against them. They're our biggest rivals in Shelburne.
Right.
There for a while, but no, literally not. It's all brand new to me. The only familiarity I have is Chidwick, Loves, and Andrew Taylor, the guys that came from the Muskies to play in Orangeville with me.
Right on. That's really cool. I can appreciate that. I always like to hear if people are, if they're going up against an ex-teammate from when they were 7 or something of that nature. I think that's a really cool story when that happens. If you get an answer of that nature, I'm not to put you under the gun. I'm just saying, just saying. So I know a big part of your life outside of the game, or at least outside of this league, is your hockey school. Like you do a ton of work, with different people and different things. Can you just talk a little bit about that? And I guess kind of what it's all about, how you can even get involved, and what it means to you.
Yeah, so to be honest with you, so how I got it all started, like when I was young, I didn't really have much training, right? Especially for goalies.
Right.
When we were young in practice, the coach is like, yo, get in the net, target practice, here we go, right? Just in front of that puck.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I started getting a little bit older, I actually started understanding the goalie position a little bit better, right? Like before, I just kind of relied on my athletic abilities and being able to get around the net and having good hand-eye coordination kind of deal, right? And I finally understood the game, and I was like, wow, it'd be a lot better if kids were able to understand the game, right? And then I also went to school, University of North Bay, for kinesiology. So I learned a little bit more about the human body and how it moves and how we learn. So when I had a buddy, I was playing men's league, and I was working for a different goalie trainer. And a buddy of mine was like, yo, can you come train my kid and, see how it goes? And from there, I just kind of took off. I got a lot of his friends. I got a lot of people around the area. And so I do a whole lot of things now. So I do on-ice goalie training. I run goalie clinics. I run hockey schools. where I have even player coaches come out, extra goalie coaches. I do personal training. I even have like younger kids in the gym just learning how to move their body, learning how to lift their own body weight, stuff like that, right? Getting them strong early so that way when we get on the ice and we're able to do things, it comes to them a lot quicker.
That's cool, man. And obviously you must love this because like the way you speak about it, you're passionate, right?
Oh yeah, I love it. There's nothing else I would rather do, man. I love being on the ice. I love being around. I love teaching.
Yeah.
And this was the best way I could kind of throw it all together.
No, man, cool. And I appreciate that. But yeah, like I say, Ryan Mantle on Facebook, check him out and give him a message if you're interested in any sort of goalie training or goalie questions, that sort of thing. Hey, speaking of goalies, just this past weekend in the Hockey Hall of Fame, 3 of them. You got Tom Barrasso, Mike Vernon, and who's the third? Who am I missing? I'm missing somebody.
Good question. I haven't seen that update yet.
Oh,
I've been a little too busy, unfortunately. Haven't been online.
No, but like, I mean, again, you got, goalies galore that have gone in and it's just been absolutely outstanding. I mean, when you were growing up, like, did you know goalie was going to be the position that you were going to play in hockey?
Not right away. No. From what my parents tell me or what my dad tells me, I was actually pretty outstanding forward. And then when you're young, you kind of cycle through the goalies. They have the pads that they pass around, and everyone gets a turn. And then we had one goalie who was pretty consistent. Whenever someone didn't want the turn, he would just take it, but he wasn't there.
Right.
So it was my turn. I went and played, and ever since that first game, I haven't looked back. To be honest with you.
Just to note, the other goaltender is Henrik Lundqvist. I don't even know how I missed that. I mean, that's just sad. But like even as a kid growing up and you were getting into the position and getting and appreciating the goaltending position, did you have any goaltending idols? I know you did. I know you had one particular that I want you to talk about.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, so I had a few. So I had Ryan Miller right off the bat for the Buffalo Sabres when he was playing there.
Brutal. Leaf killer.
Oh yeah. But it's RM, right? Right.
Yeah,
was 30. So like, sure. Awesome, right? And then you had the Curtis Joseph and Ed Belfour Maple Leafs, big Beauty. One. I had the Cujo gear there, playing back in the Muskies, the replica.
Well, no, I thought it was Felix Potvin.
You're right.
Yeah, Felix Potvin, buddy. That's what I wanted to talk about, man. The cat. Come on. The cat. Dude, I appreciated that gear so much, man. You have no idea. Like, it was the best I had ever seen. I swear to God. Now, being such a big Leaf fan, like, you had to love it. Like, honestly, it was that good.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I got it, because I was looking for new gear, right? And the guy that made it, he was like, hey, man, I got this gear. A guy was going to pick it up, but he hasn't come for it yet. He goes, it's a perfect fit for you.
Amazing.
I was like, 100%. I was like, I'm taking it. I still have it.
That's awesome.
I'm hanging up in my head, and I love it. I love it. If it
would you break it out for a Blitz game?
Well, I should.
Oh man,
I should. I don't think my glove could handle it though. I'd have maybe a couple broken fingers.
It would have fit in better if they were still in Aaron because the color scheme. But either way. I mean, it probably wouldn't look natural with the orange now, but at the same time, I'm not going to say go out and paint it or anything like that. Don't do that. Okay. That'd be like
we need some workable alternatives. Just give us a blue
jersey. No, man, come on now. No, that honestly would remind me that would just be like a Leaf travesty. Okay, think about it, right? You got Felix Potvin was a hero because of what he did to Ron Hextall, and Ron Hextall was big with the Flyers, which ironically the same colors as the Orangeville Blitz. So you can't do that to Felix Potvin's pads, man.
Do that.
You can't do that.
I didn't even think of that.
I'm just saying, man. That's all I can think about. Anyways, anyways, no, man. That's like I say, I just play with you because it's so funny just to be able to chat with you. You're such a good dude, and you're always so humble, and I definitely appreciate that. Last question I'll ask you. So, what's the goal for the Blitz for the rest of the season? At least, what is the hope? How is it finish strong? String together a couple wins? Like, what's the hope here?
A little bit of all the above. I'd love to, make that push, keep playing. Because again, I love playing hockey. I love competing. I'd love to go into the playoffs, get a few extra games in. Whether or not it's a possibility, I mean, I think so. If we can string a few wins together, we get some good bounces, guys coming back from injuries. I think we could put up a good fight, and I think we could really push in for at least that last spot.
Well, and
At least that last spot.
here's the thing about that. So just so you know, I don't know if you've been told this or not. It's a play-in for 8th.
Is it?
Yeah. So the way it works is that it's a lot like the NBA format. So on the last, after the last weekend of the regular season, there's a following weekend, and on the Friday, 8 will play 11, 9 will play 10. The winners will play on the Saturday. The winner gets 8th.
I did not know that.
So there you go. So every
okay.
team has a shot. And the way I see it, as long as you're hitting your stride come end of March or whenever, you have a shot. You're as good a shot as anybody. And this will be actually earlier than that. I think it's like the season ends like sometime in the 3rd week of February. But anyway.
So something like that.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is that if you start hitting your stride end of the season, last couple of weeks, and you guys are really going, I mean, any team can beat any team on any given night. You know that.
Oh, 100%, man. We finished strong. Finished strong. We got a chance. And honestly, I'd love it. I'd love it. Just a chance to play more hockey.
Absolutely. Orangeville Blitz, Woodstock Lakers at the Alder Arena this upcoming Saturday, 8:00 puck drop. We've been speaking with the goaltender Ryan Mansell of the Orangeville Blitz. Always a pleasure, dude. Thanks so much for coming on here. We'll have you on again. We'll chat throughout the year. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. Once again, guys, I want to thank Ryan Mansell for coming on and joining the WOSHL podcast this week. It was great to talk with him. It's always great to talk with him. He's such a great guy. We go back a little bit of a ways, back to WOA when he was with Shelburne Muskies. And it's great to speak with him again, and we appreciate him coming on and doing this. We all want to thank you to 509 Sports Online for their game of the week and their continued follow of the WOSHL Hockey League. And it's great to have them associated with us. I also want to thank you, the viewer, for watching in and tuning in to another episode of the WOSHL podcast. It's been great having you guys watch. It's been great bringing this to you. And we'll see you guys again next week. Andrew Rogers signing off, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care.